I'm Anil Kumar, and in this video we will understand how to sketch trigonometric functions. And this time I will first show you how to use key points and then sketch it. But as I have been saying always, when you look at the equation, it is important to factor the inside part clearly. So this equation could be written as 6 times sine of half is common theta. When you take half outside, then you have to multiply this by 2, so you get plus 90, right, degrees minus 4. Now it is important to check at this stage. If I apply the distributive property, I get half theta and half of 90 is 45. I get exactly what was written here, correct? Now if you look at the transformation and compare sine x with the transformed function, which is y equals to, as written here, 6 sine half theta plus 90 degrees minus 4, then the transformation of points should be like this. The x and y values of sine x will get transformed. The x values will get multiplied by 2, so we get 2x, and then you have to take away 90 degrees. That is how x values will change. Y values get multiplied by 6, so we get 6 times y minus 4, correct? So that is how your x and y points will get transformed. But what are these points? For sine wave, let me sketch one sine wave for you so that we quickly read the points. There's nothing which you have to remember. That's the key idea, right? That's a sine wave. So sine wave time period is 0 to 2 pi. And these are, I should write 360 degrees, okay, that is 90 degrees, this is 180, and that is 270 degrees, correct? So we get the values 1 to minus 1. So the key values here are, at 0 the value is 0, correct? At 90 degrees the value is 1 for sine wave. For 180 degrees it is 0. For 270 degrees it is minus 1, and then for 360 degrees it is again 0, right? So we basically have, that is the sine wave for you. You can apply the transformation and write these points. So when I say 2 times x minus 90, it really means 2 times 0 is 0, minus 90 will give you minus 90, right? So let me first calculate all the x values for you. 2 times 90 is 180, and when you take away 90 you get 90 here, right? 2 times 180 is 360, and from 360 if you take away 90, then be 270, right? Okay, you can do your math also here. So 2 times this, like this you can go on, correct? So 540. Taking away 90 is, first take away 100 and then add 10, so 450. Now 2 times 360, 720, take away 100 and add 10. 720, 620, 630, okay. So we get these x values, and then for y values, multiply by 6, take away 4. So we have minus 4 here. 6 minus 4 is 2. Then we have minus 4 here. This is kind of simpler. So minus 6 minus 4 is minus 10. And then 0 will give me again minus 4. So on a graph paper, if you plot these points, you get your wave. And you're done. So that is one way of doing it. The other way is, which I should say is a nice way of doing it also. That is to say, when you're given this kind of a function, analyze it a bit. So that is done, right? So if you have these points, you can always sketch, no problems. The other way is understand the function. Okay, so here we say minus 4. So minus 4 is your axis. So let me just draw a dotted line for my axis, right? I'm making a very rough sketch, just showing you ways of doing things. Minus 4. Amplitude is 6. That means from here, maximum will be 6 above and 6 below. Is it okay? So minus 4 plus 6 will give me plus 2, minus 4 minus 6 will give me minus 10. So it agrees, right? Maximum minimum values, perfect, right? Then we have to calculate the time period. Now the time period for this is, since we are given the factor is half, it is 360 degrees divided by half, which is 720 degrees, correct? So that means if I'm doing one block, right, let's say one wave, right, then this much is 720 degrees. Is that okay? Now within this we have one particular wave which is 720, and it's kind of a sine. So whenever you're working on a sine function like this, or cosine function for that matter, divide it into 4 equal parts. This portion into 4 equal parts. Half, quarter. Do you see that? Good job. Now draw your sine wave. So you know sine waves is kind of like this. Is that okay? Simple, right? So we'll just connect it. Do you like it? You draw the sine wave. Now what you know is that the time period is 720. You have to start from a point which is 90 to the left. So this means this is minus 90. Do you get the point? This is minus 90. And time period is 720. So add 720 to get to this point. Got it? So when you take away 90 from 720, you do get 630, right? So this point coordinates will be 630. Do you see that? This will be 630 for you. Correct? And then in between you can get by dividing that into 4 equal parts. You get your sine wave. Do you see that? So that is another way of doing the same thing, and you'll end up with exactly the same points without even doing this calculation. That's the beauty of it. I hope you understand and appreciate it, correct? So what you can do is you can divide this by 4 and keep on adding to get these points, right? 720 half is 360 and half is 180. So when you add 180, you get this point, correct? Another 180, you get this point. Another 180, next 180, you get the other point. So that is another way of doing it. I'm only sharing with you different ways of sketching trigonometric functions. So I do have about 6-7 videos on sketching the same or similar sine or cosine function, where the first step is make it clear that it is written in this form. If not, write it. Second, we are discussing like key points to sketch it, or straight like this without even doing any calculations. With basic good information which we have, we can sketch the graph, right? So you must have seen I'm not using any calculator to do all these calculations, and that is how you should be doing it. I hope you understand and appreciate it. All the best, and you can subscribe to my videos and learn good ways of understanding trigonometry. Thank you and all the best.